How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back. So tonight I want to talk about the 6 titles I picked up within the last 3 weeks or so. The first three are actually all 4Ks. They're brand new. They're actually all from the 80s, which was not planned intentionally. But and the final three are actually all Blu-rays, but they're all really great films. Ones I picked up, at used stores. But I think they're really good. But I'm really excited about this. Please let me know in the comments if you actually own any of these titles. Own them on like 4K, Blu-ray, or DVD. So these titles are not going to be ranked. They're going to be numbered 1 through 6. Basically starting with the title I'm most excited to talk about and go from there. But I think all these are really good. But this first one's from 1987. Director is Richard Donner. And the movie is Lethal Weapon. This one finally got released on 4K. Basically, I had like the 4-pack here that has like all 4 films in it. I think 2, 3, and 4 look really good on this. But I thought the first Lethal Weapon looked terrible on that on Blu-ray. So when I finally got this, I think the 4K looks really great. I think even the Blu-ray looks really good in this pack. But obviously you have Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Gary Busey. This is a classic film. You even have Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. His dad's actually in this movie as well. He's in like maybe like a 5-minute scene. It's like a drug deal kind of thing that happens in the movie. But okay, so the second film here is from 1981. Director's Ivan Reitman. The movie's called Stripes. This one's actually, starring Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, PJ Soles, Sean Young, the late John Candy. So this one's actually on 4K and Blu-ray. It actually has the theatrical cut and the extended cut. I really prefer the theatrical. That one's actually like 1 hour and 46 minutes. And the extended cut's like 2 hours and 2 minutes. I think it's way too long for a comedy. This one's actually in a steelbook as well, but I think this one's actually a great movie. It's one I've loved since I was a kid. Okay, so number 3, this one's from 1988. Director is Richard Donner again. The movie's called Scrooged. So you would think I'd buy this one during the holidays, but I actually got it for a really good price in 4K. This one's a great movie. It's, obviously another one from Bill Murray. Has Karen Allen, has Carol Kane, David Johansen. He actually just passed away earlier this year. Actually has Alfred Woodard. I think this movie's really good. This one, one really special thing about this, actually has a commentary from Richard Donner. So now he's passed away, I think it's really great to see commentaries. He did a lot of commentaries during the time he was directing. A lot of film directors don't like to watch their own films. They don't like to talk about them, but he actually really liked to. So this one's really great, a lot of fun to watch. All right, so number 4 from 2002. This one's from one of my favorite directors, Steven Spielberg. The movie's called Catch Me If You Can. This one obviously is starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken. This one, when I did my top 10 list for Spielberg, like a couple months ago, I left this one out because I actually didn't own the movie. Whenever I do my top 10s, or I try to include movies I actually own. But at that time I had like Munich on my list, which I really like that movie as well. It's really dark. But this one's actually a better movie. I saw this one years ago. It's probably only like the second time I ever saw this movie. But it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes, maybe a little bit too long, but I think DiCaprio is really good in this movie. Okay, so number 5 from 2004. This is another one by another great director, Martin Scorsese. The movie's called The Aviator. This one I had not seen in years. I bought it from Disc Replay the other day. I actually watched the commentary last night and watched the movie the night before, but this one I actually watched years ago. I had not seen it. This is only the second time I ever saw this movie, but I think it's probably like the most visual effects ever in a Scorsese film. Maybe like Hugo, maybe another one like that. But this one's a lot of fun. I thought the commentary is really great. It has his film editor Thelma Schoonmaker actually has a commentary on this. They kind of trade off. If you ever see Scorsese, he has different people talk on the commentary track, and they're not in the same room together. But this one obviously has another one from Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Blanchett. She won an Oscar for this film. John C. Reilly's really great in the movie. Obviously DiCaprio is playing Howard Hughes, and I learned a lot about Howard Hughes in this. I forgot a lot of this stuff. Obviously, he was like a genius. He was like an innovator. He had really a lot of problems like OCD. He had like germ problems too. He was really sensitive about germs. But you found out back then they actually didn't diagnose OCD. So it's he probably could have gotten help now. If this would have happened now, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. But it was part of his genius too. He was really rich. He really spent a lot of money. He was really cocky too. Had a big ego. But I think it's a great movie. Like I said, it's a little bit too long. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, but it's a great film. Okay, so finally for 2014, this one's directed by Steve James, and it's called Life Itself. This one's actually a documentary about Roger Ebert. I actually had this one on DVD before. This is a great movie. I actually saw this movie in the theater as well. But Steve James is kind of known for directing Hoop Dreams as well, which is a really great movie, great documentary. But I really like the fact that they talk about Chaz Ebert, his Roger's widow, basically in the movie. And I'm glad they covered Gene Siskel a lot in this movie. They talked about the at the movies and how those two would kind of battle it out. Like on, I usually saw it like on Sundays. I think they show the show was like on Saturdays a lot of times too. But it was great how the two didn't get along about a movie. Basically, they would do like a thumbs up, thumbs down, that whole thing, and you can watch it on YouTube basically. But it was great. The two of them really didn't like each other originally when they first started, and then over the years they really became friends later on and really appreciated each other. But it was great when they didn't agree on a movie. It was fantastic. They actually both loved Hoop Dreams though, so I think that's why he selected this director, or why this director selected him, because they really had a great rapport. But this one's a lot of fun. It looks really great on Blu-ray. Bought this one at the Exchange. I actually bought the Catch Me If You Can at the Exchange as well, and the Aviator I got from Disc Replay. But these are great used movies. I thought they look great. Okay, everybody, I really appreciate you watching this video. Please let me know in the comments if you actually own any of these films. Give me some more suggestions, maybe from some of these directors. I own a lot from Spielberg, but not everything. But please, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. Please put a thumbs up on this video. Everybody have a great one.